2 weeks ago? Okay. Are you taping? Thank you. Would everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? And Councilman Lombardi, would you lead us this evening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a moment of silence to remember those men and women who are fighting around the country, for around the world, to protect this country, the rising of the blanket of freedom that we live under each other.
Thank you, Frank. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all those of you that are home watching this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Today's date is Wednesday, August 5th, 2015, and the Town Board met at 6 p.m. this evening in executive session with Carmel Police Chief Michael Kazari to discuss a personnel matter. So tonight's Town Board meeting is a Town Board voting meeting, and for the record, all members of the Town Board are present with us this evening, as well as our Town Clerk, Ann Spofford. She's with us all the way down to our right, my right, and all the way to my left is Greg Fulchetti, the Town of Carmel Town Council. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. The first item on the agenda is to accept the Town Board minutes of July 1st, 2015. I need a motion to accept those.
Second.
So moved by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Okay, second item on the agenda this evening is a resolution authorizing budget modifications number 2015-03. Councilman Schneider, would you read this one, please?
Whereas the Town Comptroller has reviewed the 2015 year-to-date budget modifications and revisions for the period ending June 30th, 2015 with the Town Board, which are detailed and explained on the attached budget revision scheduled, identified as number 2015-03. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and ratifies the 2015 year-to-date budget modifications and revisions for the period ending June 30th, 2015 on the attached schedule identified as number 2015-03, which is attached here to, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi? Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 3, is a resolution authorizing emergency expenditure of monies from the Lake Mahopac Park District Repair Reserve Fund. Councilman Lombardi, would you read this?
Whereas the Town of Carmel has established a repair reserve fund for the Lake Mahopac Park District pursuant to New York General Municipal Law, Section 6D, and whereas in case of an emergency, monies in said repair reserve fund may be expended by resolution approved by not less than 2/3 of the members of the governing body. And whereas it is recommended that the Office of the Town Controller that monies in the aforesaid repair reserve fund be used to pay for the cost of emergency repairs. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, acting as commissioners of Lake Mahopac District, hereby authorizes the appropriation of monies from the Lake Mahopac Park District Reserve Repair Fund in a sum not to exceed $9,776 for emergency repairs expenditures in 2015. And be it further resolved that not less than 1/2 of the monies so expended be replaced and repaid in fiscal year 2016, and the total amount should be repaid in full no later than the last day of fiscal year 2017. And be it further resolved that the Office of the Town Controller of Carmel is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers to accomplish and effectuate the intent of this resolution. I offer the resolution as read.
Seconded.
Okay, offered by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilman Schneider. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, resolution number 4 is a resolution for temporary advancement of government fund monies on a temporary loan from the general fund to Carmel Water District number 1. Councilman Lupinacci, would you read number 4, please?
Yes. Resolved that the Town Board, Town of Carmel, pursuant to General Municipality Law, Section 209-D, hereby authorizes a temporary advancement of monies from the Town of Carmel General Fund to Carmel Water District number 1 at a maximum amount not to exceed $20,000 to be repaid with the periodic interest rate when revenue sources and/or debt proceeds are received. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Schneider. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Okay, resolution number 5 is a resolution for authorization for payment of 2014 claims from fiscal year 2015 operating funds. Susie, would you read this one, please?
Sure. Whereas the Town Comptroller's Office has received late voucher claims from the Police Department for expenditures incurred in the fiscal year 2014 and which were not encumbered, and whereas the Town Board must authorize and approve the payment of fiscal 2014 claims from funds budgeted for fiscal year 2015. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the payment from 2015 fiscal year operating funds for 2014 claims itemized below, which are incorporated herein and made a part hereof. The vendor's Thomas Reuters, amount is $554.16. The date was 9/3/2014. Do I have to do the government fund? And the description was LE bulletins. The vendor Mondale, amount $367.01. The date was 1/5/2014.
No.
It was for an alternator and a battery. And the last one was Advanced Auto Parts in the amount of $1,263.27. It was for 5/16/14 through December 2/14, and it was for various auto parts. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 6, is a resolution authorizing the issuance of a permit for the display of fireworks. This would be for the Carmel Fire Department 100th Anniversary Parade. And Councilman Schneider, would you read this, please?
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby designates and deems itself a permit authority for the issuance of permission to discharge and display fireworks within the boundaries of the Town of Carmel pursuant to New York Penal Law, Section 405, and whereas the Carmel Fire Department, Inc. has submitted a completed application for permission and a permit to discharge fireworks within, within the boundaries of the Town of Carmel as part of the 100th anniversary celebration scheduled for August 22nd, 2015, and as may be rescheduled for any rain date thereof. And whereas a copy of a referenced application is hereby incorporated herein, made a part hereof, and whereas it appears that the requirements of New York Penal Law, Section 405, authoring the issuance of a permit to display fireworks has been complied with, now therefore be it resolved that the application of the Carmel Fire Department, Inc., dated July 28, 2015, as attached hereto, incorporated herein and made a part hereof, is hereby granted in full, and be it further resolved that Pyro Engineering, Inc., DBA, Bay Fireworks and International Pyro, Importer, IPI, the contractor listed therein, is hereby authorized to display fireworks in the manner and locations described therein on August 22nd, 2015, as well as any adjourning rain date thereafter, and be it further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution shall be deemed the actual permit for the display authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. I have one question, Greg, on the backup. So if you flip the page and the backup that we have for fireworks permit application amended, if you go down to site data, number 2 under site data, should that be included in this? Because that's not where the fireworks is going to be discharged from. They're discharging it over Lake Lenita. This, I believe, was for the application from last year. They discharged them behind ShopRite Plaza. So should this be deleted from this application?
They're discharging, proposing to discharge them on Lake Oneida, subject to DEP approval, correct?
Correct.
And the street address is DEP Sluiceway, Lake Oneida, Route 301, DEP Lake Oneida, North Shore Point, Route 301. That's what I have as the street address
Yeah,
of the site.
yeah. Number 2, below that, there's a section where it
Well, you
says
can-
area of woods behind ShopRite Plaza.
Okay, and they don't have a street address there?
No.
Okay, but they're not, I believe that was their alternate location, it is subject to DEP approval, right? But what we have here on the site data and the actual map is the Lake Oneida location.
I
So-
had spoke with the chief yesterday, and he said that DEP has given the verbal on the area for
They
Lake
have an
Lenita.
insurance certificate for DEP, I'm assuming that they were in the process of getting approval if they had issued the insurance
Yeah,
certificate.
and it looks like you said, that was an alternative
Yeah.
that they were looking at, but when they got the DEP approval, that's when they I believe it's all scheduled for Lake Lenita, and that's where they discussed yesterday, it's all gonna be placed there.
So if the application's incorporated, then that section 2 can just be stricken, and that'll be that,
Okay,
right?
all right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, roll call vote?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Councilman Lupinacci.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes,
And I-
motion carried.
And I just want to
Absolutely.
clarify that we deleted under site data, section 2.
Yes, section 2 is deleted. Because I believe
The
last
motion was
year,
with that section
yeah,
deleted.
deleted,
Okay.
right.
And I believe on the original application,
It
it
wa-
had the site plan of
yeah.
both of them.
Right,
Yeah, because at that time, they didn't have determination yet.
okay. Awesome.
Final till it's
All right,
final.
great. All right, next resolution, number 7, is a resolution authorizing deletion of the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Councilman Lombardi, would you read this one?
Sure. Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the deletion of the following names to the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department: Anna Lisa Sargent. I offer the resolution as written.
Second?
Seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote?
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, motion carried, and I'd like to thank Annalisa Sargent for her volunteerism as a member of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors. Okay, next resolution, number 8, is a resolution accepting the active list of the Carmel Fire Department. Councilman Lupinacci, would you read this one?
Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and accepts the active list, the current active list of the members of the Carmel Fire Department in form as attached hereto and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read and pre-filed with the town clerk. Backup has all of the names of the active members. We have active members, we have active 20-year members, and we also have active probationary members. It's a 3-page list. We're not going to go through all the names, but I will say thank you to all of them. And again, it is pre-filed with the town clerk.
Second.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough and Councilman Schneider. Roll call vote?
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci.
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Carmel Fire Department, for all your service and dedication to the town of Carmel. And congratulations on your 100th anniversary.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 9 is a resolution calling for a public hearing in the matter of the increase and improvement of the facilities of the Carmel Sewer District Number 1, and the date is August 26, 2015. Susie, would you read this one?
Sure. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York, has caused to be prepared a map, plan, and report, including an estimate of cost pursuant to Section 202-B of the Town Law relating to the increase and improvement of the facilities of the Carmel Sewer District Number 1 in the Town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York, being the reconstruction of sewer lines for infiltration and inflow remediation, including incidental improvements and expenses in connection therewith, at a maximum estimated cost of $1,112,310. And whereas all conditions precedent to the financing of the capital project hereinafter described, including compliance with the provisions of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, have been performed, it having been determined that this capital project is a Type 2 action as to which the SECA regulations provide that there is no significant environmental effect pursuant to 6 NYCRR Part 617.5 C2 and 29. And whereas it is now desired to call a public hearing on the question of the increase and improvement of the facilities of said Carmel Sewer District Number 1 in the matter described above, and to hear all persons interested in the subject thereof concerning the same in accordance with the provisions of Section 202-B of the Town Law. Now therefore, it is hereby ordered by the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York as follows. Section 1. A public hearing will be held at the Town Hall in Mahopac, New York, in said town on August 26, 2015, at 7:00 p.m. Prevailing time on the question of the increase and improvement of the facilities of Carmel Sewer District Number 1 in the Town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York, in the manner described in the preambles hereof, and to hear all persons interested in the subject thereof concerning the same and to take such action thereon as is required or authorized by law. Section 2, the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause a copy of the notice of public hearing hereinafter provided to be published once in the official newspapers of the town of Carmel, and also to cause a copy thereof to be posted on the signboard of the town. Such publication and posting to be made not less than 10 nor more than 20 days before the date designated for the hearing. Section 3, the notice of public hearing shall be in substantially the form attached hereto as Exhibit A and hereby made a part hereof. And Section 4, this order shall take effect immediately. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 10, is an amended resolution setting a public hearing on a local law amending Chapter 114 of the Town Code, and that will be for September 9th, 2015. Councilman Schneider, would you read this one?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the rescheduling of a public hearing at the Town Hall, 60 McAlpin Avenue, Mahopac, New York, 10541 on Wednesday, September 9th, 2015, at 7 p.m., or as soon thereafter that evening as possible, on a local law amending Chapter 114 of the Code, the Town of Carmel, entitled Property Maintenance, and be it further resolved that the Town Clerk is hereby authorized and instructed to publish and post the necessary notices in the official newspapers of the town and on the Town Bulletin Board regarding this public hearing. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, the 11th and final resolution for this evening, number 11, amended resolution setting a public hearing on a local law enacting Chapter 15 of the Town Code, and that will also be for September 9th, 2015. Councilman Lombardi, would you read this?
Resolved the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the rescheduling of a public hearing at Town Hall, 60 McAlpin Avenue, Mahopac, New York, on Wednesday, September 9, 2015, at 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter that evening as possible, on a local law enacting Chapter 15 of the Code of the Town of Carmel, entitled Employment Application Fingerprint Inquiries, and be it further resolved, the town clerk is hereby authorized and instructed to publish and post the necessary notices in the official newspapers of the town and on the town bulletin board regarding this public hearing. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Thank you all for the reading of the resolutions this evening. Okay, that concludes the Town Board voting meeting. It doesn't appear that there's going to be anyone that would like to come up for public comment on agenda items at this time. Is that correct? Okay. Open business forum portion of the meeting. We're going to ask if anyone wants to come up and comment on that. Okay, there being none, we're going to move on to the announcements. Does anybody have any announcements other than me? No? Any announcements down this way? Any announcements down to my right?
Next Wednesday, August 12th, the town board will be presenting a proclamation to Father Anthony Sorgi of St. James Parish in the hamlet of Carmel for his 14 years of service as pastor to St. James. He has been transferred to another parish, but the town wanted to recognize him for his contributions and achievements and his leadership here in the town of Carmel, and particularly at St. James. So that'll be next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, did you have anything? Yes. Do you want to come up, Mike?
Excuse me?
Did you want to come up? Did you have?
I wanted to ask something that was next door here.
Yeah, you can come up. You mean for the open forum portion of the meeting or the agenda?
Open forum.
Open forum, come on up.
Good evening, thank you very much. I was next door at the planning board as they discuss an entrance for Union Place and used a different term for it. But for you guys, just the status of the PBA contract?
You want to?
Status of the PBA contract, we went through the arbitration, as you know. The attorneys, the panel is made up of a town attorney, PBA attorney, and the arbitrator. They have had one executive session, and then all three of them are attorneys. They had some holidays planned for the summer. They have not
So the problem's with the arbitrators getting together?
All three of them, yes.
Okay.
They are working on it, and I believe the next meeting is going to be the second week of, really next week, will be a second iteration, and then, you know, if I was a betting man, I'm going to say September.
Okay. Next question, on the highway and the employees in the building here, the status on their contract negotiations, are there any?
We just
Where
had
they
a
at?
meeting yesterday for a few hours with one of the unions, and we've been in contact, and we've had the other unions rep contact our rep, and we're just waiting to see if there's any counter proposals from another union.
So you have proposals out to both? Okay. And the last thing, status of the reval?
Status of the reval is they're finalizing collection right now. I believe we're over 70% of units have been visited. They're starting to do some more public sessions. I was just at one with the Rotary Club in Carmel 2 weeks ago. So they're starting to get out to civic organizations now to give more information as we have more data gathered. We're expecting, I believe, and don't quote me, but it might be December or January, that we're going to be able to have a lot of the information we need in order to have a meeting for Homestead, which is going to be probably the biggest issue.
So you're up
but-
over 80% of information almost?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to keep our website updated, and Vision, who's our vendor, is keeping their website updated with how the progress is going right now. But what we will do is once we have more firm dates, we're going to get in touch with the local media, we're going to put the news out there, and we're going to try to get with the civic organizations to spread
I
out
was
the word.
really curious about the status of the information gathering, but 80% is good.
Yeah,
Right.
we're over 70%. I'm not sure if we hit the 80 mark yet,
70 is
but
good, too.
we're doing really well. The winter was a tough winter, but they switched things up. I was talking with the director, Sue Robinson. It was a wealth of information. And they switched up a lot of their routes in the wintertime to get to the cluster housing and condo developments to do their measurements because they couldn't get out in people's yards with all the snow we got. So they've been really good at improvise, adapting, and we're looking like we're on track with the timeline that we had for the project.
That's what I want to know. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me come back.
Yep,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yep, you're welcome. Okay, so you announced Father's Orgy, right, for next week, next Wednesday? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Kenny, you know what? I did have one thing. I just want to let people know that the swing set down, were you going to tell them this?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The swing set down at the Chamber Park has been removed today. There's the orange fencing around it. The new swing set, actually not swing set, the
the whole
playground. It should be August 23rd, 24th. That's when it should be installed. So just in case anybody's wondering what's going on down there.
I think the orange safety fence is up.
Yep, the orange safety fence is up and it's all removed, so there's no playground there right now for a few
Jimmy did
weeks.
say he's putting a sign out there with the
Yeah.
project
Yeah,
on it.
Jimmy's gonna put a sign up, so people know.
With project information.
You'll see there. Good stuff happening in the parks.
Yeah.
Actually,
Great
I
stuff.
think he's going to put
A picture
photograph,
of
a
it.
picture of the
Yeah.
new playground up, so that'd be nice.
Yep.
Okay. All right, great. And we do have a concert that is going to be on for tomorrow evening at the Chamber Park. It's going to be Time Machine. It's a classic dance and rock hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So that'll be at the Mahopac Chamber Park, right at 6 and 6N in Mahopac at, I know I always ask this, it's at 7:30? 7:30, yep, starts at 7:30 PM. So bring your lawn chairs out, bring your families, and it's going to be a good time with the concert series in the park tomorrow evening. That's August 6th. Time Machine is going to be playing. And I do have one other announcement that I'd like to make. This afternoon, we received word that County Executive Mary Ellen Odell's mother passed away. Her name was Muriel Hicks. The wake will take place on Sunday, August 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. at the Cargan Funeral Home. It's at 10 Fowler Avenue up in the Hamlet of Carmel. And there will be a mass of Christian burial will be celebrated on Monday, August 10th at 10 a.m. at St. James the Apostle Church, also in the Hamlet of Carmel. So it's with great sadness that, you know, I announced that the mother of County Executive Mary Ellen Odell has sadly passed away, and you know we're keeping her and her family in our thoughts and prayers, and you know I hope the family you know will see beyond that and hopefully move on. But it's with great sadness that we have to report that. So thank you. All right. So does anybody else have anything else? No. Okay. We do have executive session this evening. We have to go in again with Chief Mike Kazari to discuss a personnel matter. So I need a motion to close. We're going to close the meeting from executive session. We will not be coming back out here for that. And the next time we will be meeting will be next Wednesday, August the 12th, and that will be for a town board work session. So good night, everybody. Be well. I need a motion to go into executive.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Schneider, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everyone. Be well. We'll see you next Wednesday.